Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all devotees. Hare Krishna, thank you for joining our online reading session of the book, The Mood and Mission of Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swamiti Namane Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyamadi Paschatya Deshatarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktorinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Magam Karti Vachalam Mangalam Gayati Mitra Pada Bhaman Shri Guru Dinitanam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Guruve Gaurachandra Radhikaya Tatale Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Bhagisha Yasya Vadani Lakshmi Jastu Savakshasi Yasyaste Hridaya Samvitam Nasimha Mohan Bachet Yonta Pravishya Machamam Prasutam Sanjiva Yatekala Shakti Dalasudhanam Nyam Chasta Charana Shrana Pravadi Prananamo Bhagavati Purushaya Tupuram Nija Guru Harivanya Krishna Chitto Chinto Prabhupajana Sukabdo Majjina Samsa Vishwa Vishati Vikasu Bhakti Purvi Hare Krishna. So we're continuing to read from the book The Mood and Mission of Srila Prabhupada. We are in volume 3. Under the broad section of part 14, Srila Prabhupada and his disciples. We read yesterday all pure devotees, and now we are continuing to read from that same chapter, chapter 2, how he saw his disciples and the eternal associates. Okay. Yesterday we read last is this. How many devotees? That's a 75. And they're all of you devotees, Prabhupada said. Okay. Eternal associates. The spiritual master is not alone. He is always with his entourage. The following statements are applicable to serious preachers and practitioners of Krishna consciousness, even in the present age. One is understood to be an eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead if he considers himself an eternal servant of the Holy Name, and in this spirit distributes the Holy Name to the world. This is very, very important understanding. One is understood to be eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead if he considers himself an eternal servant of the Holy Name, and in the spirit distributes the Holy Name of the Lord to the world. Many devotees come to Krishna consciousness. Just I wanted to tell something. But they know they are servant of the Lord. They have information about that. We have to serve. But they cannot become servant of the Holy Name. You have to become servant of the Holy Name. You have to accept the rules and regulations of particular ashram where you are. Many people whom I met, they come to ISKCON and every day they come to ISKCON. Every day they come to the temple, they take darshan, they take prasadam, but they never become committed devotees. When you ask them, they have their own mindset of what is it to be a devotee. So these type of devotees, they are like Actually, when they came to Krishna consciousness, they were not taken care of properly in such a way that they should have become fixed up long back. But because they were just left like that, and haphazardly they hear here and there what is Krishna, Prabhupada, about devotees, about this devotee, about that devotee, about ISKCON, externally everything. And then finally one day they will become like a, like, I don't know whether you know this, okra, there is a vegetable. There is a way to, get the tender ones. Does anybody know, Prabhujis, does anybody know, Matajis, does anybody know how to get the good okra when you're going to the market? Okra or lady's finger, they say. I don't know why they say lady's finger.
Bendi, bendi.
Bendi. I know it is bendi, but I'm just saying, like, there are the devotees also know English. So bendi also they say. So how to select the bendis, proper bendis? You know, anybody knows?
So actually, the
Are
tail should be easily be. You can use your thumb to remove the tail very easily. If the tail
I mean,
removes easily,
it should be so tender that if you
tender.
break with your thumb, the tail should break. So then it is called as tender. But when it doesn't break, then it is not suitable for cooking. Even animals don't eat that. They put for the animals, but animals also don't eat. So my point is that devotees become like that. When they are tender, they should be broken. But once the time passes, they will become more and more and more and more, like, they're useless in one sense. It is like jackfruit. If it is kacha jackfruit, you can use for vegetable. If it is a ripe one, you can use it as a fruit. But if it is kacha pakka, they just throw. Sometimes it happens. In jackfruit specifically, kacha pakka, it happens sometimes. It is neither kacha, neither pakka. They will just throw. Even animals don't take it. So many people, they come to Krishna consciousness, they will become like that over a period of time. I have so many. Yesterday also I met one guy. He's saying that I'm very happy. I am crying for Krishna and Krishna is crying for me. He's saying, Hare Krishna. Mm. Why don't you chant your rounds? Do you chant your rounds? I asked. He said, yeah, I chant. How many rounds you chant? I chant only one round. But why don't you chant more? You can chant 3, 4, 2, 3. No. Quality is more important than quantity. He heard that one. Quality is more important than quality. I am good. I am chanting for Krishna and I am crying for Krishna and Krishna is crying for me. This is what he said. He's from Gujarati. So he is like, uh, so these people, they come just to eat prasadam to the temple. Better to engage them in getting more and more money for Krishna. Otherwise, in one sense, they are gone case. Many people, they are many temples. They come and just eat prasadam. Okay, continuing. One who is intelligent understands that all the personal associates and devotees of Lord Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are ever liberated. This means that because they are always engaged in the devotional service of the dead, do not belong to this material world. This is important. Always engaged in. One who is engaged in the Lord's devotional service 24 hours daily and never forgets is called Nitya Siddha. Srila Rupa Goswami confirms this statement. Ihayasya hareerdasye karmana manasa gira nikilashvapyavastasu jivan muktasya uchyate. A person acting in the service of Krishna with body, mind, intelligence, and words is liberated, even within the material world, although he may be engaged in many so-called material activities. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.187. A devotee is always thinking of how better to serve Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and how to broadcast his name, fame, and qualities throughout the world. One who is Nitya Siddha has no business other than broadcasting the glories of the Lord all over the world according to his ability. Such people are already associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Narottama Dasa Thakur says, Nitya Siddha Karimani. One should not think that because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally present 500 years ago, only his associates were liberated. Rather, Srila Prabhupada Thakur says that anyone is a Nitya Siddha if he acts on behalf of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by spreading the glories of the holy name of the Lord. We should respect those devotees preaching the glories of the Lord as Nitya Siddha and should not consider them conditioned. The Ritviks are doing a very great offense against the devotees who were preaching Krishna consciousness and acting as spiritual masters in ISKCON, broader ISKCON. Okay, continuing. Anyone who is preaching the Sankirtan movement is an associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sango Pangastra. Just like Advaita Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu helped. Similarly, anyone, even up to date, who is trying to help the propagation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, preach this Sankirtan movement all over the world, he is also an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gaurangera Sangi Gane Nitya Siddha Bali Mane. They are not ordinary human beings, Nitya Siddha, ever liberated. Succinctly, anyone who is pure in life and devoted to the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to be understood as Nitya Siddha, associate of the Lord. In this regard, Srila Prabhupada specifically stated, my Guru Maharaj has sent many associates of Lord Chaitanya to assist me in the mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. Bhakti Siddhanta has arranged all of you take your birth in America just to assist me. You're all a part of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan party. Concordant. This is concordant. Concordant. Concordant means corresponding in direction with the planes, inheriting the same. Okay. Okay. Concording with the words.
Consistent.
Okay. Concordant with the words Janme Janme Prabhu say, Srila Prabhupada revealed that when the spiritual master goes somewhere, his nearest assistants automatically go there to assist him. Oh, wow. While discussing two ideal disciples, Srila Prabhupada commented, previously they were advanced, all of you. You're simply born because the mission was to be started. Just like in Yaduvamsha, Krishna ordered all the devotee demigods, go and take birth there to help. Similarly, you also. You were born in Europe, America to help this. Otherwise, you were devotees in your past life. Srila Prabhupada confirmed this when again asked about this. Harishori, when we were in New York this last summer, you said that the spiritual master also has associates who appear along with him to help him in his mission. Yes, Krishna wants his assistance. Spiritual master also requires assistance. Everything is going on under Krishna's direct supervision. During the 1974 Mayapur festival, Srila Prabhupada told the devotees that in their past lives they were associates of Lord Chaitanya and had taken birth to spread this movement. Elsewhere, he reasoned, you are all former associates of Lord Chaitanya. Otherwise, how could you be so attracted to chanting Hare Krishna? You have been ordered to take birth all over the world. The United States, Japan, France, Canada, so many places, simply to show how Sankirtan is universal. In another exchange, Srila Prabhupada offered a further angle on this. Krishna Kanti, Prabhupada, I have heard that every one of us who are in this moment now has had some association with Lord Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada, yes, is associating with Lord Chaitanya just now. Krishna Kanti, yes, no. But in some other life, this is what it is, what is. Srila Prabhupada, well, other life may not, but he is associating at the present. That's a fact. Jayadvaita Swami related an anecdote in this regard. This is a story told to me perhaps in the late 60s by Subala Das, a disciple of Srila Prabhupada who joined ISKCON before I did. Later he took sannyas, but then later left ISKCON. Although the story rests on his account only, unverified by any second party, I have a fairly high degree of confidence in it. Here's the story. Some devotees, Subala included, I'd heard that Srila Prabhupada said all the ISKCON devotees were eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya. So one time Subala approached Srila Prabhupada and asked, Swamiji, is it true that the devotees who have joined ISKCON are all eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya? Srila Prabhupada answered, and Subala imitated to me Srila Prabhupada's way of drawing out the word. Yes. Subala sat there in front of Srila Prabhupada with an ecstatic feeling of wonder and specialness. Better, greater, exceptionally good. Okay. Then Srila Prabhupada added, everyone is, in other words, all living beings. Lochanananda Das similarly recalls, I asked him, Srila Prabhupada, many devotees say that we are present. Sorry, Srila, I asked him, Srila Prabhupada, many devotees say that we were present as followers of Lord Chaitanya during his pastimes. Did we actually have a relationship with Lord Chaitanya? Prabhupada's answer was, everyone has a relationship with Lord Chaitanya. He is Krishna. Okay. Okay. Okay, Paramatmananda Prabhu. First you can start and then we'll go on with other devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhuji.
Pranam, pranam.
All equal, but intrinsically, Srila Prabhupada loved all his disciples equally. As Shamapriya Devi Dashi rhetorically asked, Srila Prabhupada initiated five
Rhetorically, it's not, it's rhetorically.
rhetorically asked. Srila Prabhupada initiated
Rhetorically asked. Rhetorical means it's like putting forward a question, I'll tell you answer. Are yaar. Rhetorical means like this. Impress others, to persuade.
5,000 disciples. Were any of them less important to him? Although Srila Prabhupada stated, in our movement there is no such things as big or small, everyone is a devotee. He acted according to the principle of reciprocation given in Bhagavad Gita. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva vajamyaham. Gurudas quoted Srila Prabhupada as saying, if some devotee thinks he is favored over another by me, it is because he or she has done something, some good service, so I encourage them. However, I love all my disciples equally, even if they don't know it. I give credit where it is due. So again, if some disciple does a wonderful service to Krishna, I reciprocate by pointing that out. Hamsadutta Das, another early disciple, similarly noted. Srila Prabhupada responded to enthusiasm. He did not respond to material qualifications like scholarship or even expertise in a particular field. Enthusiasm was the one factor that eclipsed everything else. If one's enthusiasm was alive and genuine, then there was no limit to the opportunities Srila Prabhupada offered. Srila Prabhupada looked to anyone who had enthusiasm and determination. And Srila Prabhupada trained, focused, and purified that raw enthusiasm. An example of Srila Prabhupada responding to enthusiasm. I am very glad to note your enthusiasm for spreading Krishna consciousness and that you want to increase your propaganda work. This is the main thing, to always be anxious how to spread the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. I note that you have got this dedication and I am very pleased. A Vaishnava is superior or inferior according to his spiritual development in Krishna consciousness, and everyone belongs to Krishna's family. But we have to see what he is doing for Krishna. One must give service. Necessarily, some devotees were appointed as leaders, whom others were expected to look up to and obey. To be set apart from and above others required that they be specially qualified. Why is a man given a high position and big title? Because he is recognized. Srila Prabhupada designated one disciple as advanced for the tangible work he had done and described others who were simply criticizing and no work as inferior men. Such leaders qualified themselves by their dedication and service attitude, by taking responsibility and working hard to get things done for Krishna. Srila Prabhupada referred to them as pillars of our society. Leading disciples, leading devotees, top grade disciples, and in one purport, the important members of ISKCON. He spoke of one of my best disciples, Bhagavan Das. It was through these leading disciples that Srila Prabhupada largely managed ISKCON, and for that reason gave them special attention. To one devotee, Srila Prabhupada wrote, I am being overloaded with mail lately. Is not meant for you. I have sufficient
I must have sufficient.
okay. I must have sufficient correspondence with the main pillars of the society. You are one of them. So you are at liberty to write me as many letters as required. Srila Prabhupada also spoke of senior disciples in reference to early joiners. After the After the departure of the legendary Jayananda Das, Srila Prabhupada commented, he was one of my very best disciples. Srila Prabhupada included two sannyasis, pioneer preachers in South India, among his best preachers, and commented, my Guru Maharaj was also inclined towards his bolder preachers, distinguishing between useful and useless disciples. Persons who strictly follow the orders of the spiritual master are useful in executing the will of the Supreme, whereas persons who deviate from the strict order of the spiritual master are useless.
Okay. Other devotees can read too. There are many devotees. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj gave a lecture by title this Useless and Useful Disciples. Does anybody know? In Vyasa Puja Maharaj gave this.
Good devotee,
Yes.
bad devotee, something like that.
Useless and Useful Disciples. Like that Maharaj gave one lecture title.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, V. Swamiji. V. Swami.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Venkata
Hare
Swami.
Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
When
Prabhuji.
others are reading,
Correct.
you can keep your. When others are reading, you can keep your this one mute. Now you can read. Now you
Okay,
can
Prabhuji.
read.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
What Srila Prabhupada wanted of his followers. Srila Prabhupada's main wish for all his disciples. I only want that all my disciples always think of Krishna and never forget him for a moment. His standard advice to all disciples, please always follow the 4 regulative principles and chant minimum 16 rounds per day. Study my books very carefully and prepare yourself fully for going back to home, back to Godhead. A summary of all that Srila Prabhupada wanted of his disciples to chant Hare Krishna, to always think of Krishna, and to preach about Krishna. A desire for his disciples that Srila Prabhupada gave much importance to. Often reiterating in various ways, I request all my disciples to work cooperatively, complementary to or non-different from these overarching aspirations. Srila Prabhupada set his disciples numerous other tasks and goals to fulfill, paramount among which is, I want that you, all of my students, shall very vigorously try for this book distribution. Srila Prabhupada made numerous statements regarding the importance of book distribution, and his desires in this matter are well known. Below are some among the other important instructions that Srila Prabhupada conveyed to his disciples. To be
Okay, Prabhu. Other devotees can read.
Oh,
One.
okay, Prabhu.
Small.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Atindri Prabhu, start.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat.
To be pure devotees and benefit others. As soon as a man becomes a pure devotee, he can do inestimable selfless service to society for the peace and prosperity of all concerned in this life and in the next. The essence of Srila Prabhupada's orders to all generations of his followers can thus be encapsulated on the basis of Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, chapter 941, text 41. Bharat Bhumite Haila. To practice Krishna consciousness seriously and become pure Vaishnavas while propagating Krishna consciousness for the uplift of suffering humanity. First and foremost, Srila Prabhupada wanted his disciples, or at least one of them, to be pure devotees. If a spiritual master can convert even one soul into a perfectly pure devotee, his mission in life is success. His mission in life is fulfilled. Even one pure devotee can immediately benefit the world, or to speak of many. If one true Vaishnava goes to any place in the world,
Prabhu,
then the spiritual.
even one pure devotee can immensely or immediately. What you read?
Oh, sorry. Even one pure devotee can immensely benefit the world. What to speak
You
of
read
many?
immediately, no? You read immediately?
I think I said immediately.
That's what I was thinking. Whether I'm wrong or right, I was just thinking. Okay, continue.
Yes. If one true Vaishnava goes to any place in the world, then the spiritual instincts of the more advanced souls he comes into contact with will be awakened, and they will automatically be attracted. The offenseless chanters of the holy name of the Lord are as auspicious as the Lord himself. And the movement of such pure devotees of the Lord all over the world can at once change the troublesome face of the world.
Actually, this particular quote is very, very important. The offenseless chanters of the holy name of the Lord are as auspicious as the Lord himself. And the moment of such pure devotees all over the world can at once change the troublesome face of the Lord. This is very, very important. Offenseless chanters of the holy name are auspicious. I don't want to say some things I can say, but okay, I'll skip. Okay, I'll start.
All of Srila Prabhupada's extraordinary plans to change the world depended upon his disciples becoming pure devotees. Nothing is impossible for surrendered and selfless devotees. They can deliver even animals back to Godhead. This is the result of Sadhu Sangha, consequent association with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and promotion back home, back to Godhead. This result is possible even for a dog by the mercy of the Vaishnava. Therefore, everyone in the human form of life should be induced to associate with devotees by rendering a little service, even by eating prasad. What to speak of chanting and dancing? Everyone can be promoted to Vaikuntha Loka. It is therefore requested that all our devotees in the ISKCON community become pure Vaishnavas, so that by their mercy, all the people of the world will be transferred to Vaikuntha Lok, even without their knowledge. Everyone should be given a chance to take prasad and thus be induced to chant the holy names, Hare Krishna, and also dance in ecstasy. By these three processes, although performed without knowledge or education, even an animal went back to Godhead,
Okay, 1 second.
desiring that his disciples.
Yeah. Hare Krishna,
Yes,
1
please.
second. Ramdas Prabhu, you have something to say? Something to ask?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Then is it possible for us to go back one text, one page?
Okay.
So I have no. You yeah, that's fine. The one, yeah. So from what I'm understanding here is that Srila Prabhupada, he talks about what he wants his devotees to do, and he's talking about the general class, what he wants to happen for them. And from what I grab here, he's saying he wants them to take prasadam, associate with the devotees, and dance and chant, dance and eat prasadam. Yes, dance and chant. So, not everyone is able to come to this level. And how do we know? I mean, should we not be more open to this Srila Prabhupada order for us to follow, that we should give association to those who are not in Krishna consciousness in a sense? And purification for everyone is going to take some time. Is there a set time that we should say, look, hey, come on, buddy, you need to change what it is you got going on. Enough dancing and taking prasadam. Is there something that we should look at? I mean, can you explain this to me?
No, I didn't get your point. What you're trying to say?
Okay, what I'm asking is that Srila Prabhupada is laying down for the general mass right now, from my understanding, is that they should eat prasadam, chant, and dance. So is there
render a little service? Render a little service.
And render a little service, yeah. But it's whatever it is that they're able to do.
Okay.
So the thing is that what I'm asking, is there a point in time is there a time frame in which they should move out from this and be doing more?
See, the thing is, by daily performing devotional service and by rendering little devotional service and be eating prasadam and chanting and dancing, one is expected to do something for Krishna. One is expected means, I think, one has to do something in Krishna consciousness. One has to contribute. In one sense, we can say we have to put like this. Better we contribute something rather than just eating, sleeping, and then eating and dancing. That's fine. That is great. That is good. That is the basic requirements are there. But at the same time, one has to do something for the moment. Like, for example, what a grahastha can do for the moment. Okay, he is also doing some little service. In what way he is serving? In what way he is serving is he's trying to engage his wife, children, or husband or children in Krishna consciousness, and then he's producing children so that they can become devotees. Chanting, dancing, eating prasadam is there, so they can also be promoted. Like he's creating an environment in his own house in such a way that they can become Krishna conscious. So something more can be done, but basically, if we do it, these simple things, then what more can be done will be revealed by Krishna. It is very difficult if we tell people that we have to do something more, because the basic itself is very difficult for people to follow. So what my understanding is, let them do whatever they are doing over a period of time. And once they become fixed up in what they are doing, then we can engage them, telling them that you have to do this one, something more. It should come from spiritual master. If they are so surrendered, I mean, the main whole point is that why we should do all these things, why we render little service, why eat prasadam, why we chant and dance, why we prepare our mindset to go to Vaikuntha rather than staying here in this world, surrender to Krishna. Because the whole thing is that one day we have to give it up everything and then prepare ourselves to go back home, back to God. But if that thing is not there in one's mind, then so it will take time. Take time, slowly. If one does it over a period of time, and the spiritual master sees that he is engaging in Krishna consciousness, then the spiritual master gives him some service so that he will become more and more fixed up. Until then, spiritual master or devotees don't like, for example, many people, they come years and years, they come to Krishna consciousness. They think that they are doing some little service, they are eating prasadam, they are chanting and dancing. But that if that is so, then the test is they should become distasteful of the association of mundane people, distasteful of eating outside food, distasteful of being with outsiders, karmis. If that we want to give association. So why all these things? All these things are meant to make our heart in such a way that we want to be with devotees, we want to preach Krishna consciousness, we want to give books of Krishna consciousness, we want to make people to that understand. Even if that is not there, even if we don't want to give others, we may not be able to. Everybody cannot give others. Everybody cannot give a class. Everybody cannot distribute books. Everybody can. But at least for his life, he is convinced that I want to chant Hare Krishna. I want to come to Krishna. I want to take darshan of Krishna. I want to, do some according to his capacity, what he can do. Everybody has to do it. That's what is my understanding is. But if you are sincere enough, that Krishna will reveal, and spiritual master and Krishna are there with you, with the devotees, and they will tell you what to be done, in what way. Something more is always expected from everybody, but we can't legislate. That is what my point is. Okay, yeah, you can't legislate. You can't tell you have to do it. You can't say, because so we have to give an opportunity for everybody, and on his own, if he does, we will tell Prabhuji, you can chant 4 rounds. But he says, for me, quality is more important. 1 round only I will chant. I will cry for Krishna, and Krishna is crying for me. Then who can help him? Nobody can help him. So he has to receive some, like for example, outside people say, I'll come to temple when Krishna says to me. Did you hear this? Huh? Did you hear this? Anybody? When Krishna will tell me, I will come to temple. When Krishna will tell me, I will take Bhagavatam. When Krishna will tell, okay? Devotees are telling you to take, that is what Krishna is telling you. That I understood when immediately when I came to Krishna consciousness, that devotee told me. I told I will take on a good day Bhagavad Gita. He said, every day is a good day. You take now. Now is the good day. And I took Bhagavad Gita. I'm saying it is somebody has to push like that. Otherwise, we will be in our own so-called bubble-like thing and think that we are doing very good. But we are not doing very good. We can see how that fellow dresses, how he comes, how he dresses, how he acts, mundane way. So it's like that. I think I'm making sense from all this, what I'm speaking.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji, continue.
Yes, Guruji. Desiring that his disciples fulfill the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, Text 10, Tirthi kurvanti tirthani swantasthena gadabhrita. Srila Prabhupada stated, because a pure devotee carries Krishna within his heart, wherever he goes, he makes a holy place. So not only me, but every one of you, if you are a pure devotee of Krishna, then wherever you go will become a holy place. It was Srila Prabhupada's standing order to all his disciples that they should preach. He wanted every one of our men to become first class preachers and to dissipate the darkness of the entire world. Only the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can dissipate the darkness of Kali Yuga. the ignorance of the population of this age. No one else can do so. We therefore wish that all the devotees of the Krishna consciousness movement may reflect the Supreme Sun and thus dissipate the darkness of the entire world. Those who have taken to Krishna consciousness, each of you, become a moon and enlighten the world. He pushed his disciples to propagate Krishna consciousness and uplift suffering humanity. Serious students of this Krishna consciousness movement must understand their great responsibility to preach the cult of Vrindavan, devotional service to the Lord all over the world. I am very hopeful that some of our students can take up this responsibility and render the best service to humanity by educating people in Krishna consciousness. I wish that many of my disciples may become expert preachers so they may assist more and more in the great preaching work we have to do for the benefit of mankind. On the
Okay,
disappearance day
Prabhuji.
of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhuji. I'll request somebody to tell us to read. It's a big one. The devotee is also there. Okay. Okay, Saurabh-ji, you can start. There is the Kartikeya Rishi. Okay. Saurabh-ji, you can start.
Hare Krishna. From here, I wish, right?
No. On the disappearance day of
Okay.
Srila.
Okay. On the disappearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, my appeal to you on this auspicious day of the departure of my Guru Maharaj, that at least to some extent you have understood the essence of the Krishna consciousness movement. You should try to push it on. People are suffering for want of this consciousness. As we daily pray about devotees, Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो namo नमः. A Vaishnava or a devotee of Lord, his life is dedicated for the benefit of the people. He does not care for personal comforts. Because he loves Krishna or God, therefore he loves all living entities. Because all living entities are in relationship with Krishna. Similarly, you should learn this Krishna consciousness movement means to become a Vaishnava and feel for the suffering humanity. The same point made more emphatically, those who are actually servants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must seriously distribute this movement all over the world to render the greatest benefit to human society, to be swan-like. This Krishna consciousness movement means creating a society of swans, not of crows. Although open to all, ultimately this movement is meant to bring everyone to the highest stage. This movement is meant for the Paramahamsas who are completely free from all jealousies. Paramam Nirmatsaranam. This Krishna consciousness society is the swans Paramahamsa. Hamsa means swan. The swan knows the technique how to take milk out of water. You give the swan milk, water, it will take the milk portion and give up the water portion. Similarly, a swan, a hamsa, paramahamsa means in this human form of life, one who takes the spiritual portion of life and rejects the material portion of life, he is called hamsa, paramahamsa. To at least become madhyamadikaris so that they could benefit the world, Srila Prabhupada wanted his disciples at least come to the platform of Madhyamadikar as is required for preaching.
Okay. I want to tell one thing to just extend the question of what Ramdas Prabhu asked. Even though one is not initiated, he is coming initially to Krishna consciousness. So unless there are three levels, we know that Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttam. Even in the Kanishta level also there is Kanishta, Madhyama, and Kanishta, Uttama. So Kanishta is like 10 years, 20 years, he comes to Krishna consciousness, he wants to remain like this. He'll just eat and go away. Kanishta Madhyama means he participates but cannot dedicate his life. At least Kanishta Uttama is like that of a person who wants to do something in Krishna consciousness, but he is unable to, but does something. So at least those who can come to that platform, they can be told that you can dedicate your life, you can chant more rounds, unless until he comes to that, because see, one has to be convinced first of all that this material. See, people why they take up religion, because they want peace in their life, they want happiness in their life. But coming to Krishna consciousness should not be that I want peace and happiness. That is the main point. Main point is that, oh, I came to Krishna consciousness, I want some peacefulness, I want some happiness. Okay, there is no happiness. Anyhow, the same thing is going on. See, although they are initiated, devotees are like that. Some devotees, you can't explain to them, because as long as you have the body, as long as you have the mind, as long as they have the intelligence, Krishna is not your servant. You have your karma that you have to suffer for what you have done. But Krishna mercifully reduces. That is the other thing. That depends on your devotional service. It's not that, because we have come to take up Krishna consciousness, we are chanting 16 notes, Krishna is our servant, and now everything is going on very nicely. And one day we think that some problems have come, and I leave Krishna consciousness. Oh, what is the use, Anyhow, before also I had problems, and after that also you may get more problems after coming to Krishna consciousness. I know devotees, previously they had no diseases. After coming to Krishna consciousness, within 1 year, he became so diseased that he became bedridden. He is unable to even get up for chanting Hare Krishna. So the thing is that because he has chanted Hare Krishna and he's understood that this material world is Dukkhale Vashashvatam, he got the dosage immediately in such a way that he becomes strong in Krishna consciousness, and he should understand. But sometimes devotees don't understand. So the main point here is that we should not become comfortable in Krishna consciousness. We should not facilitate ourselves that it is very nice place. Very nice, very nice. Kaisa hai? Majama? In Gujarati, they ask devotees. They ask each other. Majama? Bhavnara? Eppadi irkeenga? Nalla irkeenga? In English, you say, how are you? Are you fine? We are never fine. The whole problem is this. We should be very, very careful to put ourselves in that mood and attitude of Krishna consciousness in such a way that we should always think what we are doing in Krishna consciousness. Then we are thinking that how we are in Krishna consciousness. Then our whole attitude should be what we have done today. Either we have given one book, either we have spoken Krishna consciousness to somebody, or at least we chanted some few rounds more, or read Prabhupada's books 1 hour or 2 hours. So like that mood, if it is there, then we come to, even though we are in a Kanishta level, we come to a level where we can be in the, becoming a Madhyamadikari is not so, because what is Madhyamadikari? Does anybody know the shloka? What is Madhyamadikari? Here it is read, to at least become Madhyamadikari. At least one should know the shloka. What is a Madhyamadikari? May not be the shloka, at least the translation. What is a Madhyamadikari? Does anybody know here? We should know what we are reading also. Otherwise, what we are reading. Here, Prabhupada has read, at least come to the platform Madhyamadikari. What does a Madhyamadikari mean? Can anybody define what is Madhyamadikari? Apart from Ramdas Prabhu. Not Ramdas Prabhu. Other devotees? Any other devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have heard in Nectar of Devotion that Madhyamadikari is one who is not completely convinced, but he has faith. He does not understand the intellectual level of bhakti, but he has faith in Guru and Sadhu and Shastra. That's what I've read in NOD.
Okay, any other? That is a basic thing. Any other? What does the summary of the shloka say? What is the Madhyamadikari? What does it say? Mataji's, anybody?
Prabhuji, Kanishta Adhikari is that.
Not Kanishta. I'm talking about Madhyama.
Yes, I'm coming to that, Prabhuji. Kanishta Adhikari is that his faith can be shaken. Yeah, even he have heard many things, but his faith can be shaken with something if something comes in life. But in Madhyama Adhikari, his faith is fixed on the Krishna.
Okay, what does the summary of the shloka say? What is the definition given in Bhagavatam, and that is same in quoted in Nectar of Devotion? What does it say? You're all putting here and there, that's all right. But any other points?
See how he deals like Prem Matri, Kripa Upeksha.
Yeah, the main thing is that, see, Ishware tadadhineshu balisheshu zidasucha prema maitri kripa peksha yas karoti samadhyama. This is the definition of madhyama. What does it say? Ishwara, who is Krishna? Who is Krishna doesn't mean just Krishna. Krishna means Krishna's associates, Krishna's name, Krishna's fame, Krishna's glory, Krishna's associates, Krishna's dham, Krishna's everything, Krishna's paraphernalia, everything relating to Krishna, a Madhyamadikari can see first. And Tad Adhin means who are his devotees. Devotees means not just, devotees means he is who is a Kanishta, who is the Madhyama, and who is the Madhyama, Uttama. So he knows what is what, because he reads the Shastra. So Tadadhin just means just devotees. No, devotees means what kind of devotee is he? Is a new, what kind of, so that is what Tadadhin. Tadadhineshu, Balisheshu, or the people who are innocent. Balish means innocent. Innocent means he can find out, even if coming to Krishna consciousness, some people remain innocent in Krishna consciousness. They don't know how to discriminate what Prabhupada is saying and what Prabhupada is not saying, whether it is right or not. They know only the Veda base and they think that this is what, but they don't know the whole gamut of understanding. So they are innocent in one sense. Although outsiders are innocent, those who never come to Krishna consciousness. But the main thing is that even coming to Krishna consciousness also, they remain that innocent. So they can be easily be, as devotees are pointed out here, they can easily be persuaded and they can change their minds. So they are called as innocent. Balisheshu, Drishatshusha. Drishatshusha means they are people who are dveshis, or those are envious. And how this Madhyamadikari, he knows how to discriminate within people. He never says everybody is same. Everybody is a devotee, Prabhu. I don't say everybody is a spirit soul. I see like that. This is only Uttamadikari says. If you don't have lust, then you can see. And otherwise, you're just imitating. That's one. Many devotees say like this, Prabhu, I don't discriminate, Prabhu. Everybody is same for me. That means he is a neophyte. Either he is a neophyte, he is a Uttamadikari. If he is not Uttamadikari, then this kind of speaking, nobody will speak. So the main thing is that. So prema, the devotee, he shows love for Krishna, love for paraphernalia, love for everything relating to Krishna. He doesn't waste prasadam just like that. So everything that is relating to Krishna, prema, maitri, with devotees, he is always friendly. Kripa, he shows mercy to those people who are innocent, Palisa. And to the envious, or those who are actually envious in Krishna consciousness, envious of Prabhupada, envious of the Sampradaya, envious of Parampara, even Ritviks, everybody, he avoids them. He doesn't associate with them, doesn't hear from them, doesn't take prasadam from them, doesn't partake any sort of things from them. So this is the way the Madhyamadikari lives and breathes in Krishna consciousness. So that is what so he can preach. Prabhupada, he is a Nitya Siddha Uttamadikari, but he came down to Madhyama to preach. Because in Madhyama, you discriminate, you shout, you yell, you sometimes become angry. That is all Madhyama that does. Uttamadikari is always Uttama. He never shouts, he sees everybody as a devotee. He thinks he is not a devotee. But Madhyama cannot behave like that. If he says everybody is a devotee, somehow you have to do, then that is not Madhyamadikari. You are trying to imitate Uttama. So Madhyama means he speaks as it is what Prabhupada is saying. He follows what Prabhupada is saying. He says what is right, what is wrong. This is what is Madhyama is. Anyhow, so much can be spoken. Or this is what I wanted to say. Okay, Saurabhji, continue.
When you become fully Krishna conscious by worshipping the deity regularly, as we have got prescription to rise early in the morning, offer Mangalarti, then Kirtan, then class, in this way, practicing. When you become advanced in Krishna conscious, then your natural tendency will be how to preach. So long you do not develop this tendency for preaching, simply remaining in Kanishta Adhikar, you do not know how to deliver others. You do not know how to do good to others.
Okay, one thing I want to tell you. One thing I want to tell. See, this quote is very, very important. There are so many students or the so many devotees out there on Instagram भाषण देने के लिए ready हो जाते हैं. There are so many devotees who have just come to Krishna consciousness, even 1 year, 2 years. Okay, if it doesn't matter 1 year or 2 years, they don't know what is Bhagavad Gita. They never heard Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada, this one, you can see from there, and they are trying to become life coaches. They're trying to give, they're trying to make videos of speaking about Bhagavad Gita. Wellness coach, mindful coach. This has become a fashion nowadays. Everybody wants, but the main qualification of a person is that he has to come for morning program, rise early, offer Mangal Aarti, and Kirtan, then class. In this way, practicing. You see, Prabhupada is very intelligent in presenting the words. Practicing. You are not practicing, what you will preach? If you many devotees don't understand. I hear from this devotee, I hear from that devotee in YouTube. We don't know what practice he is doing. We don't know what kind of practice he is doing. Many people nowadays, I don't know, many devotees, they put tilak, they have very nice speaking ability. They're ready to give Instagram short, small snippets of talks for every shloka of Bhagavad Gita, take everything. They become over a period of time celebrity. And we tell him to, and you can't tell him anything. Neither he has cleaned bathroom, neither he has cleaned anything. He has not done any service just because he is speaking so nicely, just because he is Bhakti Shastri, just because he is Bhakti Vaibhav. So people like that nowadays. It is better that devotees engage, go in traveling Sankirtan party. If somebody wants to dedicate his life, go for a traveling Sankirtan party, live an austere life, dedicate your life for 1 or 2 years before even getting to thought to marry, and then live a life of brahmachari life, and then dedicate your life, do something for Krishna, serve Krishna, live a austere life, then you can preach and then you can do. Krishna will reveal what to be done. But before that, don't try to jump and then become a laughing gas. There is no use. So many people on Instagram and YouTube reels, many people have become nowadays. They live in the house. They have nothing to do. They have a mobile. They know how to do kirtan. They know how to speak. That's all. I don't want to say their names, but you have, now it has become like a fashion. Everybody is doing kirtan, everybody is doing mridanga, everybody is doing classes for mridanga. What is this going on? Whether he's coming for Mangalarti, whether he's doing kirtan, whether he's practicing or not, nobody knows. So that is the thing. So following the principles is more important than preaching. Preaching will come automatically. Actions speak more than words. But if our words are empty, then nobody will be inspired. Sometimes it so happens that even if he doesn't come for Mangalarti, people get attracted to him and then become, that is more dangerous. That is more dangerous. Actually, people become attracted to him and then finally they found out that he's not coming, he was not doing anything. Even he doesn't wear proper kurta also, dhoti also. I've seen so many people, they preach. They become mindful yoga, yoga, what is that? Yoga practitioners. They give mindful, this one they speak from Prabhupada's books. First of all, you don't follow anything. You don't chant anything. What are you doing? So main important thing is this. Okay, continue.
So below, you do not develop this tendency for preaching, simply remaining in a Kanishta Adhikar. You do not know how to deliver others. You do not know how to do good to others.
Hare Krishna, please Swami. Hare Krishna, please Swami. Kindly mute. Hare
So,
Krishna, please Swami, kindly mute. Hare Venkata Swami ji, why don't you mute your this one? Mute. Yes, expertise. It's creating a lot of problem.
so
Prabhu, I think you can mute. I'm not sure. You can mute everyone. I'm not sure.
No, I can't do that. That is my problem. Venkata Swami ji, V Swami, he's not listening. He's creating a lot of problem actually. Aha. V Swami, are you hearing? Where are you? He's not there. He just kept the phone and he left, I think, somewhere. Okay, Saurabh ji, continue.
okay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is not to keep one in the Kanishta Adhikar, especially those who are born in India. He says, Bharata Bhumite Manushya जन्म थैला यार जन्म सार्थक करिया कर पर उपकार. This is the principle, paropakar, because everyone is suffering. So in the lower stage, everyone should take part very diligently in the worship of the deity. Shri Vigra Aradhana Nitya Nana Shringar Tan Mandir Marjanadav. Everyone should be engaged. Shri Vigra Aradhana with deity worship. What is that deity worship? Shri Vigra Aradhana Nitya Nana. Shringar. To decorate the deity very, very nicely, Shringar. Tan Mandir Marjanadav. And to keep the temple all through very clean. The Kanishta should be fully engaged in this thing. Then he becomes gradually elevated in the Madhyamadikar.
This is important. Kanishta Adhikari should fully engage in these things. Cleaning. That's why devotees, when they come to Krishna consciousness, we tell them to wash pots and do all sorts of menial services. Why? Not that we don't have people or we need that, because that is the way. Actually, everybody should wash pots every day. Some other parts cleaning should be there. Like one who is a cook also. Maharaj gave one beautiful lecture called pot washing. That we used to call that pot washing lecture. Maharaj, that lecture he gave, pot washing, preaching something is there. You can just put pot washing on in the app. You will get that. Maharaj gave one lecture in Salem. What had happened is one devotee was washing pots, and other devotee came and also was engaging in washing pots. And then this devotee told to other devotee that how long you will wash pots? You have to do something in your life. You have to do something. You have to do something in your life in Krishna consciousness. He was saying, and Maharaj heard this. While they were washing pots, Maharaj heard this. And then he gave the whole lecture on that. Once what happened, Maharaj was sitting in the terrace. I mean, terrace means on the upstairs, in the open place. In India, the upstairs, there is the terrace and there is open place up. Here in United States, there is nothing like that. They have houses with no, there is upstairs, but they don't have an open up on the top of the house. But in India, there is open up on the top of the house. So Maharaj was sitting and was reading. So what happened is one devotee came, brahmachari. Already the line where cloths were drying, it was full. What this devotee did, he came and just he pushed other devotees' clothes and he dried his clothes and he left. He didn't see Maharaj was sitting over there. And Maharaj gave a whole class about how a brahmachari should give up his ego and then become a menial servant. So what I'm trying to say is that these are all the Kanishta stage of behaviors. One can see the behavior of the Kanishta. If somebody devotee tells you something, you should humbly actually accept it. Whether we will later tell, okay, this is right or wrong. But first, okay, we will accept it. But if somebody immediately argues, that means he's not in, still in neophyte stage. He's like the emotional platform. He wants to react then respond. So the point is that to come to that stage, it will take some time. So that's why it requires full engagement. Then slowly, spiritual, by the mercy of spiritual master and devotees, become an instrument in their hands. Okay, we will stop here and we will continue tomorrow. If anybody has anything to say, they can say. V. Swamiji, Hare Krishna, Venkata Swamiji. He is not there. He is not hearing. Okay, anybody has anything to say? Otherwise, we'll stop here. Okay, we'll stop here and we'll meet tomorrow. Ancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhibhyo cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj की जय। The Moody Mission of Srila Prabhupada की जय। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Tell me, Swamiji, to